Hey guys, Johnny H here with week 7 in my NFL Pick'em series. I have all the stats and everything in my books crunched. Drop the Mic and I are on the same page now. So to start this week, I want to say last week, average, a little below average. Last week I went 7 and 8. Just under 500. Not great, not horrible. On the other hand, Drop the Mic, won 8 and 7. Did one better than me. So, it was what it was. Bringing my record going into the Thursday night game at 43 and 49. Not bad. 6 games under 500. I mean, it's very doable. And Drop the Mic, he is at 45 and 47. Okay, that is 2 games better than me. 2 games better than me. 2 games under 500. So, I have some work to do. On paper, I think my picks are solid this week. So I can only see what he's going to do next. So, without further ado, here is my pick for the Thursday night matchup. Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. The first meeting in the oldest rivalry in the history of the NFL. I wish the game had more on the line. This is a great rivalry. The Packers haven't really been playing that great. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is not playing like the Aaron Rodgers of old. He's struggling along with the rest of his team, whereas the Bears, let's just skip them. This is a no-brainer, especially at Lambeau Field. Gotta go with the Packers. And now, the Sunday games, as Jax the Mighty finally decides to join me. New York Giants at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams coming off a loss against from Buffalo last week, and the Giants beating the Ravens in dramatic fashion. The Rams had their little high horse. They're 3-3 now. They did good at the beginning, but now they're starting to come back down to earth, whereas the Giants might have finally found their groove. Eli and Odell looked pretty good. Odell had probably his best game of the year. He finally actually did something. I think that trend will continue despite the Rams' defense. So I'm going with the New York Giants. New Orleans Saints versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City looking good against the first-placed Oakland Raiders last week. Where the Saints, they looked good, but it was against a bad team. So, and it's in Kansas City. So I'm going to give the edge to the Kansas City Chiefs, going with them. Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. And I think really this game can go either way. I mean, the Colts have not been great, and I'm not sold on them. But at the same time, the Titans are just getting by. So, I mean, this really can go either way. But the struggles of that defense and Andrew Luck, especially with no O-line, I think is going to come into play again. So I'm going to go with Tennessee Titans at home. Minnesota Vikings at the Philadelphia Eagles, and Sam Bradford returns to Philadelphia. This should be an interesting game. Eagle fans last week were all about going to the Super Bowl and winning their division, and then their loss against the Redskins dampened that in a game really they should have won. Whereas the Vikings had a bye week last week, still undefeated. I think I almost said Bradshaw. Sam Bradford's going to return to Philly with a victory. Going with the Vikings. Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals in the Battle of Ohio. And I really, really wanted to pick this as my upset special because the Browns have been feisty lately. But I don't know. I'm not going to fall into that trap. They are playing in Cincinnati. Maybe if it was in Cleveland, I would be brave enough to do it. But they burned me week 1 with the upset special. So I'm going to go with the Bengals until Cleveland shows me more. Jaxie, hey, you're on. It's time for winning by a whisker. Let's see who you picked this week, buddy. Okay? Of course, you can't see him on camera, but he's right here. See? Washington Redskins at the Detroit Lions. Okay, Jax, who do you want? The Washington Redskins or the Detroit Lions? Last week, you picked against the Lions, and it cost you. Who are you going to take? The Redskins or the Lions? Well, looks like he is going again with the Redskins. He really likes that one. Oakland Raiders at the Jacksonville Jaguars. And when the schedule was announced, I was really looking forward to this game because the Raiders and the Jaguars were two surprise picks this year for me that I thought would really take that next step. And the Raiders have, but the Jaguars have just fallen off the map. Old habits die hard. I think Oakland will rebound from their loss against the Chiefs last week. So I'm going with the Raiders. Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. The Bills are looking real good. I know they usually start off good and then drop off towards the end of the season. Where the Dolphins, I don't think they really know what's going on with that organization. I mean, they're really not that good this year. But I think Buffalo is going to continue their winning ways. I mean, they beat San Francisco last week, but it was San Francisco. Nothing to brag about there. They stink. So, like I said, going with Buffalo on the road as they try to keep up with New England. Baltimore Ravens at the New York Jets, and I'm going to make this real quick. The Jets stink. They're garbage. Not wasting my time with this one. Going with Baltimore easily on the road. It's time for my upset special. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at San Francisco 49ers. And I went with this one for my upset special because it's a 2-win team versus a 1-win team. And I figured the 49ers had the best chance to pull an upset this week. It's at their home in Santa Clara against a struggling Buccaneers team. And as long as they can move the ball and create points, I hope they can win. But it wouldn't surprise me if Tampa Bay won this game. But I needed a game for an upset this week, and it's two bad teams, so going with San Francisco, living on a prayer. San Diego Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons played a very tough road game last week going to Seattle. It's very hard to win there, so it doesn't surprise me that they lost. Heck, I picked them to lose. They have a much easier matchup at home in Atlanta against the Chargers, and I think they bounce back, going with the Falcons. The New England Patriots at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This was going to be my game of the week. That was until Big Ben got hurt. Thanks a lot there, Roethlisberger. You ruined what would have been a heck of a matchup. Now Landry Jones has to step in against a real overpowered New England Patriots offense, and I just don't think he's going to be able to keep up. So, gotta go with New England on the road. It's finally time. All the day games are over with. Sunday Night Football to end the day. Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. And I think this could be a trap game for the Seahawks. Arizona has crawled back to 3-3, tied with the Rams, and it is in Arizona. Seattle is known for not playing as well on the road, but they need to keep winning, not only to stay ahead of the Cardinals and the Rams, but to try to catch the Vikings and Cowboys. So I'm going to go with the safe pick here and go with Seattle on the road. It's finally time for Monday Night Football, which is also my game of the week. Houston Texans at the Denver Broncos, and this is the first time the Monday Night Football game is also my game of the week. I've always believed the Monday Night Football game should be the best game of the week, and I think they got it right this week. Both teams, I believe, 4-2. Houston leading their division. Denver trying to catch Oakland. Should be a good game, close game, but I'm going to go with Denver because they're at home. So there you have it, my picks for Week 7 in the NFL. Jax being very shy today. I don't know if he's just not confident in his pick or what, but normally he's right up in the video. In fact, last week he tried to own the video at one point. So he's here just watching from a distance. So everybody have a good week. If you like this video, please like it and share. Subscribe to me if you like my stuff. So we're going to end this with a recap of my Week 7 picks. See you guys. Johnny H out. The Packers, the New York Giants, the Kansas City Chiefs, Tennessee Titans, the Vikings, the Bengals, the Redskins, the Raiders. Going with Baltimore. Going with Buffalo on the road. Going with San Francisco, the Falcons. New England on the road. Go with Seattle on the road. Denver. Thank you for watching.